must be working.
Yeah, papers too.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's really
Have we heard
hot
from
blood.
Kimberly? Do we know if she's coming?
I don't know. Whose seat is that?
Kimberly?
She should be.
Kimberly Dolan.
Yeah, she just called me and said that she's on her way, she's running a few minutes behind.
Okay, can we start without her?
Of course.
Awesome. Well, I've got a couple seconds yet. At 6 o'clock. So we will call a meeting of the Green Lake Township Zoning Board of Appeals to order at 6 o'clock. And we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all. Who gets to do the roll call? Our secretary do that, or? Sure.
Schuster.
Here?
Johnson.
Here.
Dolan. Here. Selby.
Here.
Schwarm. Here. Behringer.
Here.
Chamberlain.
Now we get to look at the approval of the agenda. Does everybody on the board have a copy of the agenda? Any changes or alternates or things that we want to do different with the agenda? I would need a motion from someone to approve it.
So moved?
Second?
No second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Carries. Now approval of the minutes. Do we have a copy of the minutes from our last meeting? Everyone should have a copy of those. They were sent out. Would anyone see any changes to the minutes?
I just noticed a misspelling on my last name. Where it says, under number 4, it says secretary, motion by Merrick, supported by Johnson. My last name, you just forgot the W.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you.
That was it.
That was it. Anybody else have any other comments? Do we have a motion to approve the minutes as amended?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Opposed, nay. Minutes carry. Any correspondence? I haven't seen any. Any have received correspondence? Isaac, anything that you've seen?
No additional correspondence was provided.
Awesome. Anyone have a conflict of interest? Conflicts of interest? No? Awesome. Okay, so we're going to look into new business. So the first one will be the public hearing for the Zoning Board of Appeals, ZBA 24-04, a request for the granting of a variance to Article 8 zoning district, 8.6, table of the dimensional regulations, front yard and side yard setbacks located at 8927 South Interlochen Road, Michigan, 49643, owned by Merrick and Rhonda Clark. Is that the correct pronunciation? Okay.
Yeah, Mark is good.
Okay.
Spelling is correct, though, M-A-R-E-K.
Okay. Thanks, Mark. The application is requesting a variance of 15 feet from the front yard setback, section line road, and a variance of 4 feet from the west side yard setback for a residential addition. The parcel is described as Lot 44 and 45, Northwood on the Lake, parcel number 07-460-044-00. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Guess it's your chance to get up and tell us about your appeal. And we're relaxed. I know public speaking is kind of hard for some people. That's not their most favorite thing, so just be relaxed and,
I've never done it, so.
well, good. First time for everything.
No, what we're doing is we're trying to put in an addition to help a disabled family member have a little bit more mobility, putting in an exercise area, a bedroom, and a handicapped accessible bathroom in there, and then along with a basement. The addition would have to come back. I know that it says front yard, and I guess technically it is the front yard, but Section Line Road is no longer used. It's completely overgrown, and our front yard is actually on South Road. But I realize that I guess they're both called front yards, is the way that it works, because we're between two roads. So this would allow us to come a little bit further back. We're trying to keep it in the back so that the neighbors in the back can't see anything, the neighbors in the side and in the front. We're trying to, keep it as unobtrusive as possible. I'm not really sure what else to say other than that. The way that the lot is set up, it really limits us to where we can put an addition in. There really isn't any room anywhere else. And we want to do this because we want to move up here full time. That's the whole goal, is to move up here permanently. That's our plan within the next year.
Anybody on board have any questions or?
Yes.
Sure.
So you are proposing to build out towards the west of the house, right?
Well, it'll be towards the south and the west, that's correct.
Okay, south and the west. Now, I think, I read or I was talking to you, you also own lot 46,
Correct,
correct?
that is correct.
And do you personally own it, or does your wife own it? Or
We
does
both own
We
it.
both own it jointly?
Yeah.
Okay. So just for my clarification, the variance needed there then is because it's close to the lot line of
Yeah.
of their lot 46? Is that correct?
That's correct. I think that the standard allotment would be 12'2" or something like that, and I'd like to get within 9 feet or so
Of your empty lot?
of the empty lot, yes,
Empty lot that you own?
that I own.
Okay.
Is there a reason why you don't shift it off to the east a little bit, just to keep it where you wouldn't need a variance on between your lot 45 and 6? You know, I see you got plenty of room off to the right, but still keeping with your same square footage.
The problem is that there's a window right there in the kitchen. It's the only window in the kitchen on the house. And that window really can't be moved because it's a galley kitchen.
Okay.
So that sink is centered on that window. And I'm already coming up with the wall to within 8 to 12 inches of that window. And that's the reason, that we did think of that, but that's the reason we really want to keep that window in that kitchen. It's the only window in the kitchen.
I understand. So this house was built in 2019?
Yes.
Did you have it built, or you purchased it that way?
No, I actually had it framed in, and then myself, my wife, and my son put the interior in, we built it.
Okay. So things just changed, and obviously, yes, I understand you want to make it.
Bad planning on the husband's part.
Yeah. I've been there, so.
Yes.
Okay.
Other questions for the gentleman? Anything else you would like to add?
I wouldn't even know what to ask. Other than, can I get the variance?
Sure. Okay, thank you for your time. You can have a seat. Is there anybody else in the audience that would like to comment? Anybody in the public? Okay, if you'll have a seat, we'll discuss.
Thank you.
Okay, our zoning board of appeals says that we have to take a look at 5 different criteria. So we'll take a minute and we'll go over that criteria, and we'll have a discussion with those of us that are on the board. And item 1 would be strict compliance with regulations governing the area, setback, frontage, height, bulk density, or other matters will unreasonably prevent the owner from using the property for the permitted purpose, or will render ordinance conformity unnecessarily burdensome. So what are your thoughts? Do we want to start and go around? Ken is an alternate, and the alternates don't speak at this, so,
I think that it does meet criteria number 1.
okay. John, you want to be next?
Yeah, I really don't have any comment on it. I mean, as far as, I'd like to see the one variance, you know, and unfortunately, the window's causing that problem. Instead of encroaching on 46 a little bit more, I'd rather not see that, that's for sure. That's about all I really got.
Okay, Kimberly? Comment?
Not at this time.
So you don't see a reason, yes or no?
I'm sorry?
You don't see a reason on one, yes or no, or no comment?
Repeat that, sorry. I had to sign this.
Okay, so for item 1, with our strict compliance, you have no comment for item 1.
I don't have comment really either way. I think that, I mean, when I went and saw the site as far as the back road is concerned, I don't even see where that should be an issue as far as that setback. But technically, there has to be.
Sure.
And since he owns a property on the other side, almost the same deal, other than if they would just hook the lots together.
Okay. Thank you. Ruth?
I think that meets criteria, especially on the variance because they own lot 46 and have no intention to sell it. It's part of their
Sure.
yard. So it's not really, and so were it all one lot, then it wouldn't even be an issue, correct?
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
so I do support it.
Okay, so comments on,
One question, was it clarified that he's not selling the lot? I wasn't
Yeah,
sure about
well, we
that.
had a conversation,
Okay,
yes.
all right. Well, yeah, if he's not selling the lot,
Pardon?
if he's not selling the lot, I don't see a problem with
Sure.
that either, because the lot's not gonna be sold, so.
and I would agree, I don't see an issue with this at all on item 1. I think he meets that. Item 2, the variance will do substantial justice to the applicant as well as the property owners in the district. John, we want to start with you. We can work our way around the room.
I think it definitely would do substantial justice to the applicant, obviously, if he's got some issues there with family members, and make the life easier, as far as I'm concerned, yeah.
Okay, Kimberly?
I feel yes, it will do substantial justice to them, and I don't think it will have any kind of impact on the neighbors as far as they won't be able to see it anyways. And the trees are in the way on the one side, so, and after seeing it yesterday in person, I can see where they're trying to minimize anything from the neighbor not being able to see.
Sure.
it. So it's gonna be tucked behind the house.
Okay, thank you. Ruth?
Yeah, I would support the second one too, it will do that substantial justice. Second, he said, looking at the property from the neighbor across the street, they would be seeing part of this bedroom, but they also have a view of a nicely wooded empty lot in there, so it's not obstructing their view of the woods.
Okay, thank you. And,
I agree.
okay. I agree as well. Okay, so on item number 3, the board must consider whether a grant of a lesser relaxation than applied would give substantial relief to the applicant and be more consistent with justice to the property. I guess we can start with Kimberly. We'll just work our way around that way.
On this one, I think they meet it only because they're already making it as minimal as possible, so to cut it down even further, it wouldn't do them any
Sure.
justice at all.
Okay. Ruth, item 3.
I think that space being
I can't see where any lesser relaxation would make sense, so I think that my answer would be no to 3, so.
John?
Yeah, I don't believe changing anything, you know, a foot or two is gonna make a difference at all, so I'm fine with the variance as.
Yeah, and I agree totally. I don't see that making anything smaller would really make a difference.
Yeah, I don't see it.
So we'll go to item 4. The need for the variance is due to unique circumstances specific to the property. Ruth, we'll start with you on that.
Yeah, you can't change your lot size, where it's placed, so I think it is because of the property, how it's, the lots moving out, that's causing that need for variance.
Tracy?
I agree.
John?
I agree.
And Kimberly?
I agree also.
And I agree as well. 5, the problem and resulting need for the variance has been created by strict compliance with zoning ordinance and not by the applicant or the applicant's predecessor. We start back with Tracy again? Yeah, Tracy.
It's not by the applicant, so I think kind of no-brainer there.
Okay. John?
I agree, same thing.
Kimberly?
I feel that it needs it due to that road no longer being used. I mean, it's not their fault, you know, that the road hasn't been just broken off.
I agree.
I agree.
And I agree as well. It's not their fault. There's a road on 2 sides, if not almost 3 of their property.
No, do we know, Isaac, is that road that, this picture here, just out of curiosity, is that road ever gonna get used? Is it part of that? We spoke a little bit about landlocking that other property. Do you know, without seeing a bigger layout of the plot, is it ever gonna get used?
Just knowing the layout of that plat, I don't foresee that being utilized as a road right away. If it was, I believe it would be more of like a 2-track or like a unimproved type road.
Right.
Not like a paved right away, just to kind of give some foresight into that.
Just for information purposes only, yeah. Because I know if you go down farther past, it does tee into another, and I don't know what road that even is, right past your house.
Is it not also a private road? Like the county will never maintain
County
that?
doesn't maintain any of them except for.
Yes, it's
yeah.
privately maintained.
If it were to open up, it'd have to be at the resident's request.
I don't think it's wide enough for the county to take it over.
No, there's not much.
No, it would have to end up being a private
Very
road by
small
the...
plow truck.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, yeah. So any other comments by the board, questions, or? Okay, so we have 2 options. We can either have a motion to accept this, and then we all vote yes or no, or we can have a motion to deny this, and if you're in favor of it, then you vote yes or no on that. So with what I'm hearing, I would probably propose if someone could make a motion to accept their variance.
I motion.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Okay, now, I believe we have to do a roll call vote. So we'll start with Tracy. Those in favor is yes, and if you're opposed, say no.
Yes.
Tracy? John?
Yes.
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 Kimberly? Ruth?
Yes.
Paul? Yes. So that motion carries, so that is granted. Yes.
As a point of order, at 6:08, we did ask if there were any questions, which technically is opening the public hearing.
So let's close that.
So just for technicality, I can open it at 6:08 and close it, if everybody's okay with that.
Yes, close it now.
Thank you.
Okay, we have another one.
Can I ask you a question, please?
Please go to the mic.
Oh, sure, sorry.
And so if we will open this for the public then. If you go to the mic, state your name and address, which is obvious.
Mark Clark, 8927 South Road, Interlochen.
Great, and limit your comment to 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. No, so at this point, now that everybody's accepted it, is there anything that I have to do from my end? Or can I just go ahead and start the work on it, get my permits for building and all that, or?
Isaac will submit in writing to you that it's been approved. I'll sign that. Isaac will write it. It'll come to you. it's between you and Isaac on whether you start right now. I don't know why you couldn't, but
Okay.
you would need that in your hand probably before you went to the county for any permits.
Okay,
They would want to see that you had zoning, and that would be the proof that you have zoning.
that's perfect.
Okay,
That's it.
okay, cool.
Thank you very much.
Yep, thank you you're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting or leave, and
I've got to get together, but I've got to attend with the neighbors.
thank you for coming and applying.
But thank you very,
And I will
very much.
close the public comment again for this. So the next request for the zoning board of appeals is number 24-005, a request for the granting of a variance to Article 8 zoning district, 8.6 table of dimensional regulations, front yard and waterside setbacks located at 4816 Lakeview Drive, Interlochen, Michigan, 49643, owned by Rodney and Amelia Whitbeck. Did I get that right? Okay, good. The applicant is requesting a variance of 8 feet from the water setback for the expansion of an existing bedroom to be 9 foot, 6 inches from the front yard setback for the expansion of an existing garage. Parcel is located Lot 18, Supervisor's Plat, Open Pen Lot Colony, parcel number 07-500-018-00. The podium is yours. Yes. As I think everybody on the board has everything you've submitted. Isaac has shared that with all of us.
Describe the project. This was the site plan. The two areas of concern are you're facing from the street would be on the side of the garage, which would be on the left side of the south side, and behind the bedroom, which is on the other side. These fairly small areas. As is already stated, one would be the standard not to be bedroom. If you look at that, there's a short plan. The house as it is right now. It shows these two, the smallness of the bedrooms. House was built in 1960. That area, you see a rectangular space was the original house. Built on a slab at that time. They added to twice, the bedroom on the front and the garage was some later. The bedroom is really too small for most reasons. My wife and I moved to Michigan residents, and this is our house now. We have 9 grandkids within a couple hundred miles, and we use that room quite often. I drew a diagram to show how a queen bed would fit in that room, and it doesn't use any room at all. Use the door in swing. The fact that there's a baseboard heating element in a closet we barely use. So I have to move that wall facing the lake out 2 feet just to make it better. And I think a 13.5 foot total distance by the 12. Well, it's just really 10.5 feet. I want to make it a little bigger so I can throw a piece of that. The other one, if you look at the garage, you see it's truncated. They added a sunroom that didn't, in the garage at the same time, decided that they wanted to leave it a little shy, leaving a 1-car 18-by-20 garage which has a laundry in it, hot water heater, utilities, and a stairway up to a loft study above. You can fit a car in there, and you can fit a few things on storage, but of course we have no basement, and we could really use that extra space. So that in a nutshell is it. To see the house though, I got some photographs. The one that's most interesting is the one showing the here before, and I'd like to get it all done, but, you know, these houses need to be improved, and we don't just leave them, as a patched together thing, trying to make it flow and make it work for us and whoever takes it on after us. Of course, with the slab foundation, adding a real foundation around this addition, both of them will be a real benefit to the structure, and will provide more strength to the special structure as it is. And we'll have better insulation. It'll be a much better building. The additions will be better than the house. So that's about it. Anything else?
Any questions for the gentleman? No questions?
This one seems pretty straightforward, really.
Okay.
Your drawings were very helpful, and sketches and being able
I love making
to come up and to be able to just go to the property and to see where it would be placed is also helpful.
It was real helpful for me to go there and look at it, and thank you to the lady who was stealing coffee from you that was there to help us and navigate, so.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Yeah, that's what she said, yeah. Said she came to steal coffee. Yeah, yeah. Okay, well then you can have a seat. I don't see a reason to open public comment. I don't think there's anybody here. All right, then we'll skip the public comment. There's no one here to make that. Do you want me to read 1 through 5? You'll have a copy of that. Can we just go by item number? Is that okay?
I'm fine
Is
with
that doable? All right then. So item 1, we'll start with Tracy and we'll go around again.
I think item 1 is met, for sure.
Okay, thank you. John?
Yeah, I mean, item 1, the way it looks to me anyways, there's closer points to each side anyway, so it's really not encroaching any more than it already is.
Yeah, there's nothing's going to be any further, sure.
Yeah, so I'm fine with it.
Okay. Kimberly?
Yes, and I know on this one, you'll have to come back.
Okay, so you're a no on that one? Ruth?
Like John was saying, I mean, really, if we say, especially looking at the proposed garage expansion, if you say no to that, what are you going to do? Have them take down the garage also? Because
Yeah.
it fits right in with that, in that corner, right, of the existing structure. So for that, I mean, strict compliance just wouldn't make sense, because you would never ask
Sure.
somebody to tear down part of their structure. Not sure about the back. I mean, it's wonderful, and it's also in line with the deck, so it's really not extending further into the yard than there already is a structure. So I would say overall strict compliance would hinder, so the withdrawal on number.
Okay, and I would agree. I mean, if you take a look at the addition to the garage, in the colored photo, there's not a gas meter, but there is in fact a gas meter on the house, and I believe the structure would come out just to the gas meter, and it's not going to encroach any more than the house does. And on the lake side, the way the lake is angled, it's still going to be further from the lake than the house is on the other corner. So I think they meet. Okay, John, we'll start with you on item 2.
I'm okay with that, definitely the variance will do some substantial justice to them.
Okay,
Not gonna hurt the other properties.
Kimberly?
Number 2.
Yes.
Yes, it will do to the applicants. The only thing I'm worried about on the backside is on those lakeshore properties, you have to be super careful with the water's edge setbacks that they have in place. Because if you do it for one person, then another person and another person, I don't know, I just have a hard time on the water side of getting too closer that way.
Okay. Ruth?
I think it will do them substantial justice. I don't think other property owners would really be affected at all visually, because in the back, it would be noticeable more in the front. It's just pushing out all on the back. The neighbors on the other side would see more of the structure rather than
Yeah.
overall, it does substantial justice.
And I would agree that it does substantial justice. And again, I don't see where it violates anything any more than the house is right now. The one corner of the house is substantially closer than the other corner where the proposed addition will be. Even with the addition, the house is still closer to the water on the one side, so I think it's okay. Item number 3, Kimberly, you were first this time.
As far as a lesser relaxation, there isn't really they could come up with. Again, the garage I don't have an issue with.
Sure.
It's mostly the bedroom and the bath.
Okay. Ruth?
I agree with what Kimberly says, but then I also look at it with, you know, they're looking at the lakefront, even, like you said, even with the addition, it's still further from the lakefront, the other corner of the house, so. I don't think that lesser relaxation would be, worth looking at.
Okay, thank you.
I agree, lesser relaxation I don't think would benefit.
Okay, John?
Yeah, I mean, you're still closer on the other corner, so it's really not gonna change anything. You still got the distance, sure. So,
And I agree as well. I think without the change, the smaller is not gonna help them at all. Item 4, who was first last time?
I'm sorry, was that me?
Who was first last time? Yeah, so I guess it's John.
That's sort of a weird one for this. I mean, due to unique circumstances specific to the property, it's not really just due to the design of the house, but I don't know if that really applies, to be honest with you.
Can argue it both ways.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a problem, let's put it that way.
Okay. Kimberly?
I feel that it is unique to the property.
Okay. Ruth?
Yeah, overall, those lot sizes.
Yeah, and I agree as well. You take a look at the lot and the house, and I don't know what options they have. I mean, nothing on the house complies with the current zoning if they were to attempt to build, so, yeah. Okay, Kimberly, we'll start with you on number 5.
I would only say yes to this for the fact of when this land was plotted.
Oh, years ago.
Back when,
In the 40s, I think, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ruth?
I agree.
I agree.
Okay, and I do as well. So what we will need to do now is, any other questions or comments? Okay, so I would entertain a motion to grant the variance. If you're in favor of that, then you would vote yes. If you're opposed to that, you would vote no. So I would entertain a motion to grant the variance. Someone make that?
Well, I propose, I make a motion that we approve the variance request.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a second by John. Roll call vote. Can you do the roll call vote for us, please?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Schuster,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Dowland,
Yes.
Selby,
Yes.
Moore.
Yes.
Carried.
Okay, the motion carries. So, you, sir, you have your variance. You'll work with Isaac. He will create a letter. I'll sign that letter, and it will come to you. And I think we should be there.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Do we have other business for the board? Hearing none, do we have public comment? Anyone for public comment? Do I have to open and close public comment, or can we just say there's no one here?
Already did.
Okay, great, thanks. Board comments? No comments by the board? Then could I have a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn.
Okay, do I have a second?
Yes.
Oh, we had 2 seconds, twins, twin seconds.
We're all ready to.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are adjourned. Thank you for coming. Kimberly, I have a question for you. Is it Kimberly or Kim? Is it Kimberly or Kim?
Kim, I hate Kimberly.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. I should have asked before the meeting.
Yeah, I'm only using it for legal reasons.
All right, so if I just say Kim, that's okay?
It's to make it better.